and congrats to him if that is in fact the case.
And we're going to bring you another match here. Naya on Jund, it looks like, and
the age-old battle
already underway.
In
There's
game 3.
A little Garrick, or a littler Garrick, which I don't see quite as well. All the Garricks have seen a decent amount of play. He's
approximately equivalent, guy. I might even say.
Yeah.
He became really good once Staticaster caught on, I think. That was like his Garrick Relentless's prime, but he's certainly no slouch these days. Especially when people are leaning towards mana bases that are less capable of producing triple green and more interested in casting sweet red spells.
Yeah, like Boros Reckoner, which the Naya deck has 4 of.
Well, Eric is lacking in the Boros Reckoner department. But he does have the Jund deck that we talked about before with more creatures, including the Vampire Nighthawks in the main deck. And beyond that, he has a relatively similar mix of spells, actually.
Okay. From Mike's side in the Naya deck, it seems like it's sort of a ramp idea with Farseek and Avacyn's Pilgrim going into 3, 4, and 5 drops. Boros Reckoner locks it on Smiter. Gorkland Rampager, the new card from Gatecrash. Restoration Angel, and then Thragtusk and Thundermaw Hellkite topping off his curve with 4 Mizium Mortars, really just to take care of anything that comes up and take advantage of the fact that he will usually have enough mana to pay the overload for that card.
Yeah. Keeping in mind that we are sideboarded, Eric, his Garrick Relentless, I'm trying to figure out, yeah, it's in the main deck, and from the sideboard, I imagine he has likely brought in probably just like the Blasphemous Act, maybe the Sever the Bloodlines, probably very little beyond that, from the look of it.
And right now we're going to see Eric
we see the Severs.
at 7, attack for 6. The Abrupt Decay takes out a Beast. And he has probably fallen to 4 and draws a Thragtusk. Not bad. I believe the other card in his hand is a Staff of Nin, the alternate art Staff of Nin, which we haven't actually seen any non-alternate art Staff of Nins today. We've seen quite a few.
I guess that's the easy one to get. I mean, I wouldn't know, I'm not in the Staff of Nin business, but... well, I guess actually I sort of am in the Staff of Nin business.
You are in the Staff of Nin business.
But...
F&M promo, we think so.
So that's a yes, I'm real easy to get?
Yeah. Depending on how big your F&Ms are.
And I'm assuming these F&Ms are relatively easy to acquire promos at. Some of us are a little busy on Friday nights, driving to Ohio and stuff.
So we're going to see Garrick get taken out there and Avacyn Pilgrim get added to the board. And this game really turned around from when we picked it up. Mike was attacking Eric down to 1. Eric had that Abrupt Decay and then drew a Thragtusk, and it looks like he may have just drawn an Olivia, which we just saw completely take over a creature matchup. So I wonder if that is what he drew, and
seems like it if he's making this attack.
Yeah.
Olivia is one of the big difference makers in the Jund versus Naya matchup.
1,000,000 mana.
Oh, he's just flashbacking to Sever. Okay. He did draw the Olivia, though. You're right. Olivia is a big difference maker because Naya has perilously few answers to it. I think that it and Thundermaw Hellkite are 2 of the primary reasons to even run Selesnya Charm in your Naya deck. Angel of Serenity being another one, but one that's becoming less popular these days. Olivia, on the other hand, stock's only continuing to rise.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards like similar to Olivia that they're printed, they're really powerful. There's just always something slightly better to be doing at that mana cost, and I think this is a point where, you know, there is that point where people look back and they're like, oh, what other 4-drops existed that we weren't playing? And Olivia is one that people seem to have found and really be picking up on if their mana base can support it.
Yeah, it's a card that comes down under Thragtusk, but at the same time can create a much larger impact on the game, which is saying something, considering the 5/3 is like the king of value.
Yeah, I mean, it can take the enemy Thragtusk, clear off the enemy board if you have enough mana. So you'll see an attack here.
Ship Beast.
My Beast. And Olivia here with 3 left. if he chooses to do that. I
think he has a
see
land as well.
Yeah,
so.
it looks like a stomping grounds at the back of his hand.
I'd take the 2, whatever.
Players in the Legacy Challenge.
Yeah, although he may only have 1 ping to do.
That's a Legacy Challenge.
Man, some people, no guts. Come on, let's grow her. I think we actually had like exactly lethal if we took the shock and growed her twice. Because we have 5 and then 5 and then can wolf run for 5. Barring this beast token.
So there's a couple of cards Mike has in his sideboard that we're not sure if he's brought in, but they would be pretty big game right now. There's 2 Aurelia the War Leader.
Whoa!
And a Bonfire of the Damned that could be cast for a whole bunch right now.
Enough. That's what I like to say.
Yeah, Bonfire for
Bonfire.
enough. So Mike definitely not out of this game, especially with the Garrick and the O-ring there. That I think that's an O-ring. Yeah, that we just saw in the Olivia. So
another fine answer. Looks like Eric has Slaughter Games, a card he brought in for this matchup. Interesting. It can be a workhorse in mid-range mirrors, depending on how you use it.
Yeah, in this case, not sure what he'll name. Maybe we might see it named Thundermaw Hellkite.
This attack, I assume it's at Garrick. He's probably interested in just avoiding Mike neg-3ing and keeping Garrick.
Yeah. So either way, they're gonna trade beasts. Garrick is gonna go to 3, unless
we're just wolf running to get it.
Wolf
okay. Then we won't be Slaughter Gamesing at all this turn.
Okay. So he wolf runs that wolf.
Mike has drawn a card.
I don't know.
He's kept it clearly separate from his hand.
I don't know if he knows what it is. Oh. Cruel Ultimatum?
What did we... Okay. It was a Thundermaw Hellkite.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well, that Slaughter Games would have been reasonable if it had named Thundermaw Hellkite.
It's easy to say from up in the booth.
It's easy to say.
That I would have Slaughter Games Thundermaw Hellkite. Down there, I'm not sure I would have done the same thing.
Well, now we have a Thundermaw Hellkite in play. Significantly less vulnerable to Slaughter Games.
And we'll see if Eric has something to answer this.
It looks like he has Staffin and Slaughter Games in a land, so it looks like he just suddenly died to this Hellkite.
Well, Thundermaw Hellkite tends to do that to people. It's Lava Axe every turn.
Well, we'll get in our 2. We're not going quietly. Oh wait, we have a Sever in the graveyard. My bad, we forgot about the Sever. He has a second one.
Oh wow, he does. Okay.
So, alright. One of the dangers of coming into the match is half in.
Yeah.
You don't really know what happened. Now this graveyard actually has quite the story to tell. There's also a Rakdos' return in there. We can assume that landed at some point.
And it's at the bottom of his graveyard.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, was it for 1 or 2? Was it a Blightning?
It looks like, I'm guessing that, I'm going to just go out on a limb. I'm going to guess that this was a mulligan from Mike. He got Blightninged on like 4. And then came back to pressure Eric with just whatever he had in play.
Yeah, because Mike has a very small graveyard, it looks like, unless that's
that's why I'm going with my mulligan.
Yeah,
that's my theory.
I like this theory. So
let's see what we name. Thundermaw Hellkite? He pointed at the graveyard, so I kind of assume that might be it. 3 Boris Records chilling together right there. He wanted to see if the next card was Thundermaw Hellkite.
Oh, he does have Aurelia,
yep.
So that's another. That has haste, right?
Yep, it's
haste.
6 power. It's effectively 6 power in the air with haste.
Enough, as you. It's enough, as you would say. And still see that Staff of Nin that, despite Eric having a lot of mana, hasn't come down yet. Okay, 5.
Just wolf running to get in.
Wolf run for 2
more.
Putting Eric to 9.
Do you take the shock and play the Staff of Nin here instead, or do you get in for your extra 2 points of wolf run? I'm curious what you think the difference is between 4 and 2 in this matchup.
I don't know. I mean, not looking at looking at the list, I know that there really isn't much of a difference.
Eric just got to look at the list.
Oh right, he did. He did just see that. So I don't think there's much difference between 4 and 2, and Staff definitely gives him a lot more chances to draw things to put this game away. He may have. Does he have lethal next turn though?
Well, it's the same difference because Staff would be able to deal 2.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. I think I would take the shock and play the staff, since it's basically the same against everything.
I'm not seeing anything in this list that would
other than, I guess,
Eric
end
down.
of turn Selesnya Charm, which would be embarrassing. But we did just see the hand, so we know that that's not an actual possibility either.
Yeah.
I think I would have taken the shock. Oh, Resto Angel.
Huh. So this is going to jump in the way of that.
Yep.
We'll probably get taken out here. And,
It looks like we're probably going to take the shock this turn since we have Huntmaster, or... Yeah. Yep. He's taking the shock this... Actually,
oh no,
did
he has a ton of mana just stacked up there.
He's not going to...
Okay. Huntmaster, put him up to 6. Still in Aurelia range. Although...
he keeps holding this shock land in his hand, and it's starting to bug me. Like, if we're not going to take the shock, play it tapped.
and there's the handshake.
All right, well, that one is over. It looked real close for a minute there, but...
Yeah, when we came in, Mike was attacking for almost lethal.